Hello everyone, I'm Pragya. FIDE Candidates 2026 tournament just concluded its fourth round, and we had a very important game to review from the tournament, which was between the two tournament leaders, Grandmaster Javokhir Sindharov and Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana. So let's see what happened in the game. Okay, so Javokhir started with d4. Fabiano replied with d5, c4, and then e6. Knight f3 by Javokhir, and till now it looked like its Queen's Gambit declined, but no. It's move 3 and black captures the c4 pawn. So its Queen's Gambit accepted. e3 by Fabi, Knight f6 by Javokhir, bishop takes pawn, c5, white castles. Knight c6 by Fabi, Queen e2 by white, a6, Knight c3, b5, attacking the bishop. Generally, here the most common move for the bishop is bishop b3. But Javokhir played bishop d3, which was unusual and very rare. So let's see what happened in the game. Fabi developed its bishop on b7 square, a4 by Javokhir. Here, black has a decision to make, whether to push this pawn and attack bishop, or push this pawn and attack this knight, or take this a4 pawn. And Fabi, he played b4. Knight e4 by Javokhir, Knight a5 by Fabi, and knight takes knight. Here again, Fabi had a decision to make, whether to capture this knight from queen or from pawn. And after a consideration, he took it with a pawn. Because if taken with the queen, there was a chance of this e pawn marching forward, and that would have given white a center control. So instead, Fabi captured it with pawn. And then white takes pawn, knight b3, by Fabi. And here Javokhir played c6, attacking the bishop. And Fabi can't take this rook because this pawn takes this bishop and this check from over here is incoming. And this would be a trouble for black. So Fabi played bishop c6 and captures the pawn. Knight d4 by Javokhir, attacking the bishop and also this knight, and then Fabi has a decision to make. He played knight captures knight, a into d4, rook g8. White got a beautiful diagonal over here, eyeing on this g2 pawn and then this rook on the g file. So Javokhir needs to defend this, and he played g3, f5 by Fabi, bishop g4 by Javokhir, rook g4, bishop e3, protecting this pawn, bishop d5, offering an exchange of the bishops, rook ac1, supporting its white bishop, bishop e7, rook takes pawn, rook f8. Here Fabi was very low on time and this was move 21 and he was on 6 minutes and 21 seconds. So he needed to make 41, like according to the tournament rules, you are given an extra time after 41 moves. But Fabi is really far from reaching that. So he wanted to save himself from any more checks and he played king f8, bishop b5 by Javokhir, bishop f6 by Fabi, rook fd1, king g7, bishop c6, rook a5, and bishop captures the bishop, rook captures bishop, rook c5. And Fabi took its rook back. He couldn't have taken the white rook because there was no point. The position for white would have been better. d5 by Javokhir, pushing its pawn forward. E cross d5, queen f3, bishop takes pawn, rook captures pawn, rook captures rook, and rook captures rook, queen e8, and rook takes f5, rook g6, h4. Here Fabi is on 1 minute and 59 seconds and this is move 32. and Javokhir has 45 minutes. So it's a huge time difference. Bishop c3 by Fabiano, h5 attacking the rook by Javokhir, rook moves to a5, a6, rook a6, queen g4 check, king h8, bishop d4 check, f6, this was a beautiful move by Javokhir, rook c5, and it was on this move that Fabi resigned. He only had 48 seconds on the clock, and this was move number 36. So still far from making the move 41, and this game is lost for Fabi because if you take here, uh, if you capture the bishop, this rook will land on c8 square, pinning this queen, and you need to take it and you will lose a queen. So it was a lost game for Fabiano Caruana. Javokhir is a 20-year-old grandmaster from Uzbekistan, and he's too young and he's playing an incredible game. So he is leading the tournament with a complete 1 point, and tomorrow will be a rest day. So I will be covering more games of the tournaments from the women's section also. This was a really important game as both the tournament leaders were playing, and after this game Javokhir was named as a player of the day by FIDE. It is amazing to see these youngsters playing so nice. Okay, so thank you. Bye, see you soon.